So Juju Watkins got injured a couple of days ago, and it was literally like, I don't even know if there was contact made. Like, the defender cut off Juju Watkins, as in the defender played good defense, and like, the defender was playing good defense. There was no contact until after she went down. Juju planted her right leg. I'm guessing she was trying to Euro step because the defender overplayed, or go into the defender, and her leg just buckles. There was no contact to her right leg. It literally just buckles.
Caitlin Clark, the star guard for the Iowa Hawkeyes, has become one of the most dominant and recognizable figures in women's college basketball. Her incredible performances and charismatic playing style have earned her widespread recognition. However, Clark recently found herself at the center of a controversy that highlights the toxic side of fandom and social media.
But Caitlin Clark did officially put out a statement on Juju Watkins on her Twitter X feed, and it's a fantastic statement. But somehow, some way, people that can't stand Caitlin Clark are now turning this into something.
The issue arose when Clark publicly supported rising high school star Juju Watkins, but instead of praise, she was met with a wave of hateful and hurtful comment.
Yeah, this is not the news I wanted to wake up to. This is really not the news I want to wake up to at all. Like, Juju Watkins has tore her ACL. It's not good. It's really not good. Like, I woke up and it's like 8 a.m. for me right now. I got like an early enough sleep. I was like, I watched like the first half of the UConn game, and I was like, yeah, UConn are killing them. So I watched the first half of the UConn game, and I was going to like wake up this morning and watch the highlights of this game and talk about it, and then I just clicked on the results, saw the box score, and saw Juju Watkins play 5 minutes. I'm like, oh no, what happened? And then I scrolled down, looked at notifications, I saw Shams, Juju Watkins. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, it is not. It's awful. It is absolutely awful. Like, seeing Juju Watkins getting carried off.
The backlash she received sheds light on the darker undercurrents of sports culture, especially when it comes to female athletes. The catalyst, Caitlin Clark, supports Juju Watkins. Caitlin Clark's support for Juju Watkins took place in the spring of 2025 as Watkins, widely considered one of the best high school basketball players in the country, was nearing her commitment to a college program. Watkins, who played for Sierra Canyon High School in California, has been compared to Clark in terms of her basketball skills and potential. Clark, an established college star, took to her social media accounts to express her admiration for Watkins' talent and to offer encouragement to the young player. Clark's post was seen as a positive gesture from one basketball icon to another, highlighting the bond and support athletes share within their community. The backlash, hate, and hostility on social media. What should have been a moment of goodwill quickly turned into a firestorm. Many fans of rival college programs, particularly those of other top women's basketball teams, took issue with Clark's endorsement of Watkins.
Of course, last night during March Madness against Mississippi State, Juju Watkins suffered a horrific injury. Did a video on it this morning. Obviously, we're all pulling for her, all right, to get better. I haven't seen any Caitlin Clark fans talking negatively about Juju Watkins and that injury or wishing it on her or anything like that. I wish I could say the same for fans of the original WNBA fans when it comes to you-know-who, Caitlin Clark. And in fact, I think one of them made a live stream about Caitlin's knee or something like that.
Instead of viewing it as a sign of solidarity, these fans interpreted it as an attempt to influence or show favoritism toward Watkins. As a result, the backlash was swift and overwhelming.
It looks like her knee just went before the hit, did it? Her knee just buckled under. Her knee literally just buckled. Like, I don't know what happened there, but it just didn't look good. Did not look good at all there. confirmed by chance. Pretty sure it's not an ACL injury. Definitely was. This looks like a career ender. It's not going to be a career ender. She's 19. And I just think with the way she plays and the amount of minutes and toll she has in her body, and like, she's not. I'm going to be honest when it comes to Juju. Like, she's physically bigger. She's physically bigger. She has that athleticism advantage, but like, at the same time, look, a lot of the time, like, events are events.
According to a study from the Pew Research Center, nearly 40% of Americans have witnessed some form of online harassment, and athletes, especially women, are frequent targets of such abuse.
To try to bring this young lady down. I guess they're jealous. I don't know what it is. Well, yeah, I do. All right. For a lot of them, it's her skin color and her sexual preference. I hate to say that. That is part of this.
The same study found that women in sports are particularly susceptible to harmful comments, with many being subjected to gendered and demeaning messages. In Clark's case, the attacks went beyond criticism of her playing style or abilities.
One thing I'm going to tell you about the old WNBA fans or the new WNBA fans that are activists that have joined for the culture war, because there's two separate factions. There's the old ones that, been around and just laboring, and nothing was ever popping until Caitlyn came along.
Her critics posted degrading comments about her team, and even her physical appearance. The hashtag number CAITLINCLARKISOVERRATED began trending on Twitter, and the hateful comments became so intense that Clark was forced to limit her social media engagement for a time.
Like individual events are individual events, so it doesn't really matter what happened, like what the player has done up to that. One weird movement from your ACL and it can tear. Like, I literally tore my Achilles. I took a step. I didn't even run. I took a step and I just dropped to the ground and I snapped my Achilles. So like, it's anything can happen. Anything can happen. It could be a freak injury, but it's a real tough one. Like, it's a real tough one here for basketball. Genuinely, it is a tough one for basketball, and like, this is awful. Like, I don't care what anyone thinks. Like, I don't think anyone, like, Juju is one of the more like whatever of the opinion is, again, from the whole, like, oh, people debating, like, is Juju, how good Juju is, regardless of that. I don't think, it's not one of those situations where, like, there's not one person in the entire world.
Data on online harassment, a 2020 study by the Digital Civil Society Lab at the University of California, Berkeley, found that women athletes are significantly more likely than their male counterparts to be subject to harassment on social media. According to their research, 75% of female athletes report receiving some form of online abuse compared to just 45% of male athletes. This discrepancy is often attributed to the intersection of sexism and sports culture, where female athletes are judged not only on their performance, but also on their appearance, personality, and behavior. The gender bias in sports fandom. The intense negative reaction Clark received is not an isolated incident. Women athletes in general are often criticized and scrutinized in ways that their male counterparts are not. According to research from the Women's Sports Foundation, female athletes are often subjected to hypersexualized commentary or sexist stereotypes, which diminishes their athletic achievements.
I can dislike Juju as a person. Juju Watkins seems like an unbelievable person, and it's just, first of all, like, we were 2 rounds away from one of the most hyped college matchups ever. We were 2 rounds away from what was going to be one of the most hyped college matchups there's ever been, and none of that really matters at the end of the day. But one thing I will say is that, like, this isn't the end. This is far from the end. It's only the beginning. And look, she's 19 years old. Like, she is going to come back, and she's going to come back stronger. She's going to come back better.
In Clark's case, many of the derogatory comments revolved around her appearance and personal life, rather than her basketball skills. For instance, in the past, several high-profile female athletes, including Serena Williams, Megan Rapinoe, and Sue Bird, have been subject to sexist attacks that have little to do with their abilities on the court or field. The difference here is that Clark's support for Watkins was met with criticism simply because it was seen as too supportive of a rival player. This reflects a broader issue in sports fandom, where the actions of female athletes are often policed more strictly than those of their male counterparts. Caitlin Clark's legacy and the impact of social media. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis and coverage of women's sports, athlete experiences, and the latest updates from the world of basketball. Your support helps amplify these important conversations.